And joining me now on the phone, Tea Party Republican Congressman Tom Graves from Georgia. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, great to be with you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Anytime, anytime. Let me talk to you about the perception, at least, that the Democrats are presenting that this is being fueled by pressure from the Tea Party. When you look at this new NBC Wall Street Journal poll, Republicans want the GOP to stick to their position, 56%, even if it means a shutdown. How much pressure is coming from the Tea Party to members of the Republican Party saying stick to the guns no matter what?
Well, you know, the pressure is coming from America. Americans sent a very strong message last November, and they said, stop the wasteful Washington spending. That's exactly what we're proposing in the House of Representatives. It's interesting to hear the senator talk about not enough time to debate or read the legislation, when in fact they've had 47 days to do something with H.R. 1, which was a funding mechanism that would keep the government running. And I'll remind the senator as well, they had all last year as Democrats controlled the House and the Senate and the presidency, but yet no budget was ever passed.
But was the message also to shut it down? I mean, look at, for example, home loans. The FHA says 20% of the home loans will be affected by this, put on hold. You've got men and women fighting for this country abroad who will have to perhaps wait on their checks. They may receive one and have another delay. These are men and women fighting for you and me, and they will be affected. This is more than about a museum and someone being able to take a field trip.
Well, Tamron, I'm glad you're in support of the resolution that we're about to vote on in the House, which funds the troops throughout the rest of the year. That's critically important. It's actually the last step prior to the Democrats.
Well, let's be clear. I didn't say I'm in support of anything, and you also have Democrats who say you're hiding and using the troops, if you will, to get through legislation.
Well, that's funny. I mean, they're welcome to vote against funding the troops. I imagine that's what they'll do. But, hey, we're committed to defending our nation and making sure that the men and women who are fighting on behalf of our freedom are taken care of and not caught up in the petty party politics that are going on.
What
in
about
Washington.
the fact we're in an economic recovery and home loans, 20% of them could be affected by this government shutdown? I guess in a nutshell, I'm asking you, are you okay with a government shutdown, whatever the ramifications are, if it's affecting homes or 800,000 people who could be furloughed?
Hey, I'm for saving the taxpayers' money, and if those statistics are true that you're saying, then I'd hope the Senate would accept the cuts that are being offered by the House of Representatives. Let's keep it operating, and let's move on to the bigger issues.
So do you believe, as far as compromise, it is done?
Is compromising done? I'd say if the Democrats want to compromise America's future, hey, we have no room for that. We're such a pivotal point in the history of our nation right now. We've got to curb this spending. And for far too long, Washington has not been forthright with the American people. And we are looking them square in the eyes. We're letting them know the truth that we have got to reduce the size of this government. Unfortunately, the Senate Democrats are wanting to protect their program.
Congressman Tom Graves, thank you so much for coming on with us. And we'll, I'm sure, be speaking with you very soon. Thank you.